Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. We all want to live healthier, longer lives, right? We focus on diet, exercise, and getting enough sleep. But what if I told you that a huge piece of the health puzzle is something you do every single day, maybe without even thinking much about it? I'm talking about your daily shower. Now, most of us hop in, lather up, rinse off, and think we're done. But here's the thing. Just because you're standing under running water does not mean every part of you is getting truly clean. In fact, there are specific areas on our bodies that are hotspots for bacteria and germs. If we neglect them, we're not just dealing with a bit of body odor. We could be setting ourselves up for skin irritation, infections, and other health issues that can impact our well-being in the long run. So today, we're going to get personal and talk about the 5 body parts you absolutely must wash every single day. Taking just a few extra minutes to give these areas the attention they deserve can make a world of difference for your health and even your longevity. This isn't about being obsessive. It's about being smart and proactive with our personal hygiene. Ready to upgrade your shower routine? Let's dive in. First up on our list, and it's a big one, your feet. Think about it. Our feet are trapped in socks and shoes for most of the day, creating a warm, dark, and often moist environment. That's basically a 5-star resort for bacteria and fungi. Just letting soapy water run over them in the shower simply isn't enough. You need to actively wash them. Grab a washcloth or a gentle brush, apply some soap, and scrub your entire foot. Pay special attention to the soles, the heels, and especially the spaces between your toes. This is where nasty stuff like athlete's foot loves to hide. A daily, thorough foot wash not only prevents fungal infections and wards off bad odors, but also helps remove dead skin cells, keeping your feet soft and healthy. And after you wash, make sure to dry them completely, especially between the toes. A little daily care for your feet goes a long way in keeping you on your feet for years to come. All right, moving on to number 2, an area that's often overlooked, behind your ears. You might wash your face and your hair, but how often do you consciously scrub the skin right behind your ears? This little nook is a prime spot for sebum, which is the natural oil your skin produces, as well as sweat and dead skin cells to accumulate. It's also where residues from hair products like shampoo, conditioner, and styling gels can build up. When all this gunk mixes together, it can create a noticeable, unpleasant smell and even lead to flaky, irritated skin or pimples. All you need to do is take your soapy fingers or a washcloth and give that area a good, gentle scrub each day when you're washing your face or showering. It takes literally 2 seconds, but it makes a huge difference in overall cleanliness and prevents any surprising odors or skin issues from popping up. It's a tiny detail that completes a truly clean feeling. Next, let's talk about the groin area. Now, this is a sensitive topic, but it's incredibly important for our health. Because of its location, the groin is warm, often covered by multiple layers of clothing, and doesn't get a lot of air circulation. This makes it a perfect breeding ground for bacteria and yeast, which thrive in moist environments. Simply letting soap run down there isn't effective. You need to use a gentle pH-balanced soap and wash the entire area carefully every single day. For men and women, this is crucial for preventing irritation, rashes, and infections like jock itch or yeast infections. Proper hygiene here isn't just about feeling fresh. It's a critical step in preventing uncomfortable and potentially serious health problems. It helps maintain a healthy balance of your natural skin flora and keeps you comfortable and confident throughout your day. Coming in at number 4 is a spot that's literally right in the middle of everything, the navel or belly button. How many of you actually clean inside your belly button? Be honest. For most people, it's an out of sight, out of mind situation. But your belly button, especially if it's an innie, is like a tiny cave that can collect an astonishing amount of stuff. Lint from your clothes, dead skin cells, sweat, and dirt. A study actually found that the average belly button is home to dozens of different types of bacteria. If left uncleaned, this buildup can lead to a really foul smell and even an infection known as an omphalitis. The fix is super simple. Each day in the shower, just dip a soapy finger or a cotton swab in soapy water and gently clean the inside of your navel. Then rinse it out and make sure it's dry. It's a quick and easy habit that prevents a surprisingly common hygiene problem. Let's start with a classic, but one we often overlook in our rush, the armpits. It's no secret that our underarms are sweat central. But have you ever stopped to think about what's really happening there? When we sweat, it creates a warm, moist environment, basically a five-star resort for bacteria. And when those bacteria party it up, they produce compounds that cause that familiar, not-so-pleasant body odor. It's not just about smelling fresh, though. Washing your armpits daily with soap and water is a crucial step in personal hygiene. This simple act does more than just mask odor. It physically removes the bacteria that cause it in the first place. Think of it as a daily reset for your underarms. By clearing away the sweat, dead skin cells, and bacteria, you're preventing a potential breeding ground for more serious issues. Neglecting this area can lead to uncomfortable skin irritation, rashes, and even fungal infections like intertrigo, which thrives in warm, damp skin folds. Keeping your underarms clean helps maintain the natural balance of your skin, preventing that itchy, red, and sometimes painful inflammation. It's about proactive care. A thorough wash helps keep the skin in that delicate area healthy, smooth, and comfortable all day long. So next time you're in the shower, give your armpits the attention they deserve. It's a small step that makes a big difference in feeling clean, confident, and most importantly, healthy. Next up, let's talk about the groin area. Just like the armpits, this part of our body is home to many sweat glands and is often covered by layers of clothing. This creates another one of those warm, humid environments where bacteria and fungi can flourish. Daily washing is absolutely essential here, not just for hygiene but for preventing some seriously uncomfortable health problems. When sweat and bacteria build up in the groin, it can lead to strong odors and increase the risk of infections. One of the most common issues is jock itch, a fungal infection that causes an itchy red and often ring-shaped rash. It's irritating and can be persistent if the area isn't kept clean and dry. For women, maintaining cleanliness in this area is also vital for preventing bacterial vaginosis and yeast infections, which can be triggered by an imbalance in the natural flora. Using a mild, unscented soap is key. Harsh or perfumed products can strip the skin of its natural protective oils and disrupt the delicate pH balance, especially for women, potentially causing more harm than good. A gentle but thorough wash with warm water is all you need to remove sweat and harmful bacteria without causing irritation. This daily habit is a cornerstone of good personal health, helping you avoid discomfort, prevent infections, and feel fresh and confident from morning to night. Now let's move on to a body part that's constantly exposed to the world and all its germs, our hands. We touch everything: doorknobs, phones, keyboards, other people, and then we touch our faces, our food, and our loved ones. It's easy to see why our hands are superhighways for transferring germs. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention calls hand washing one of the most effective ways to prevent the spread of infections. Think about it. Viruses that cause the common cold, the flu, and other respiratory illnesses can live on surfaces for hours. By simply washing your hands regularly, you can dramatically reduce your chances of getting sick. Proper hand washing before you eat or prepare food is non-negotiable for food safety. And proper is the key word here. A quick rinse under the tap isn't going to cut it. You need to use soap and scrub for at least 20 seconds. Make sure to lather up the backs of your hands, between your fingers, and under your nails, all the places where germs love to hide. This simple act is one of the most powerful tools we have in our public health arsenal. It's not just about protecting yourself, it's about protecting everyone around you. Making frequent and thorough hand washing a daily, non-negotiable habit is a cornerstone of a healthy life. All right, let's talk about our feet. They carry us everywhere, all day long, often trapped inside shoes where it can get sweaty and stuffy. If you've ever had athlete's foot, you know exactly how unpleasant that can be. Athlete's foot is a fungal infection that causes itching, stinging, and burning between the toes and on the soles of the feet. It thrives in damp environments, like sweaty socks and shoes. Washing your feet every single day with soap and water is your best defense. But it's not just about preventing fungal infections. Daily foot washing also helps to get rid of odor-causing bacteria. Let's be honest, no one enjoys foot odor. By washing away the sweat and bacteria, you can keep your feet smelling fresh. Furthermore, it helps to remove dead skin cells, which can build up and lead to calluses or cracked heels. And here's a pro tip. After you wash, make sure to dry your feet completely, especially between the toes. Before putting on socks and shoes, a little bit of attention each day can keep your feet healthy, comfortable, and ready to take you wherever you need to go. Last but certainly not least, let's talk about a body part that might surprise you: the area behind your ears. This little nook is often forgotten during a quick shower, but it's a spot where oils, sweat, dead skin cells, and residue from hair products can easily build up. It's a quiet little corner that can become a breeding ground for bacteria if neglected. Have you ever noticed a strange, cheesy smell coming from that area? That's a sign that sebum, the natural oil produced by your skin, has mixed with bacteria and started to break down. This buildup can not only cause an unpleasant odor, but also lead to skin issues like pimples, blackheads, or even a type of dermatitis. Because the skin behind the ears is relatively hidden and the area is a natural crease, it holds onto moisture and debris. Making a conscious effort to wash behind your ears every day is a simple fix. Just take a moment while you're washing your face or hair to lather up some soap and give that area a good gentle scrub. Then, rinse it thoroughly. It takes just a few extra seconds but can prevent odor and skin problems down the line. It's one of those small details of personal hygiene that makes a big difference in feeling completely clean and healthy from head to toe. First up, and this might surprise you, is the area behind your ears. Think about it. It's a perfect little nook where sweat, oils from your hair, and residues from hair products can build up. Over time, this can lead to some funky smells or even skin irritation and flaky patches. It's a classic spot for sebum to accumulate, creating a breeding ground for bacteria. A quick, gentle scrub with soap and water each day is all it takes to keep this often neglected area clean and fresh. So next time you're in the shower, don't forget to give a little love to the space right behind your ears. Alright, moving on to number 2, your belly button. Whether you have an innie or an outie, your navel can be a serious trap for dirt, lint from your clothes, sweat, and dead skin cells. For those with an innie, it's basically a tiny cave where all this gunk can collect and fester. In fact, a study found that the average belly button is home to dozens of different types of bacteria. If left uncleaned, this can lead to some pretty unpleasant odors or even an infection called omphalitis. The fix is simple. Use a washcloth or a cotton swab with a bit of soap and warm water to gently clean it out every day. Just be gentle as the skin here is sensitive. Now for our third crucial spot, and it's one we use all day, every day, the space between your toes. Our feet are stuck in socks and shoes for hours, creating a warm, moist environment that bacteria and fungi absolutely love. You might wash the tops and bottoms of your feet, but are you really getting in between each toe? This is where conditions like athlete's foot can start. All that sweat and dead skin gets trapped there. So, make it a daily habit to lather up and carefully wash between each and every toe. And just as important, make sure you dry the area thoroughly afterward. Moisture is the enemy here, so drying properly is key to keeping fungal infections at bay. The fourth area we need to focus on daily is the back of your neck. Similar to behind your ears, this spot is prone to sweating, especially if you have longer hair or exercise regularly. It's also an area where oils and hair products can easily transfer and build up. This can lead to clogged pores, what some people call neck knee, and general grime. Plus, it's an area we often touch without thinking, transferring more oils and dirt. A good scrub with your loofah or washcloth during your daily shower will keep the skin clear, prevent breakouts, and just make you feel cleaner all around. Don't let the back of your neck be an afterthought. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that might seem basic, but trust me, getting it right can make a huge difference in your daily health, and even how long you live. We're talking about the 5 body parts you absolutely should be washing every single day. Let's get started. First up, and this one might surprise you, is the area behind your ears. Think about it. This little spot can collect a lot of sebum, which is your skin's natural oil plus sweat and hair products. Over time, this buildup can lead to a funky smell or even skin issues. A quick, gentle scrub with soap and water when you're in the shower is all it takes to keep this often neglected area clean and fresh. It's a simple habit that makes a world of difference. Next on our list are your feet. Our feet do so much for us, carrying us through thousands of steps every day, often cooped up inside shoes. This creates the perfect warm, moist environment for bacteria and fungi to thrive. Washing your feet daily, especially between the toes, is essential to prevent conditions like athlete's foot, nail fungus, and unpleasant odors. Pay extra attention to drying them thoroughly afterward. Happy feet are the foundation of a happy, active life. All right, let's talk about the third area, your belly button. Whether you have an innie or an outie, your navel can be a real trap for dirt, lint, sweat, and bacteria. In fact, one study found a wild variety of bacteria living in belly buttons. For innies, a cotton swab dipped in soapy water can be a great tool to gently clean out the area. A simple daily wash prevents potential infections and keeps everything hygienic. It's a tiny spot that deserves a little daily attention. Now let's move on to our fourth crucial spot, the groin region. This sensitive area is prone to accumulating sweat and dead skin cells, especially if you live in a warm climate or exercise regularly. Proper hygiene here is non-negotiable. If you don't clean it well, it can lead to uncomfortable rashes, infections, and unwanted odors. The key is to be gentle. Use a mild, pH-balanced soap and warm water, and avoid harsh scrubbing. For both men and women, keeping this area clean is vital not just for comfort and confidence, but also for overall reproductive health. It's a cornerstone of personal hygiene. Next up is a spot that many of us completely forget about, the belly button. It might seem small and insignificant, but your navel is a perfect little hideout for all sorts of unwanted guests. Think about it. It collects dirt, sweat, dead skin cells, and even lint from your clothes. This creates a cozy environment for bacteria to thrive. If you have an innie belly button, it's even more of a trap for gunk. Over time, this buildup can lead to some pretty unpleasant odors. In more serious cases, it can even cause irritation or an infection. I'm talking redness, itching, and sometimes even a discharge. It's a condition doctors call omphalitis, and while it's more common in newborns, adults can get it too if hygiene is neglected. So, how do you keep your belly button clean and happy? It's super simple. You don't need any fancy tools. A cotton swab is your best friend here. Just dip it in a bit of warm, soapy water and gently swirl it around inside your navel. If you have a deeper belly button, be thorough but gentle. You don't want to scrub too hard and irritate the sensitive skin. After cleaning, make sure to rinse it out with a little bit of clean water and then pat it dry completely. A damp environment is exactly what bacteria love, so getting it fully dry is a crucial step. For those with an outie, a simple wash with soap and water using your finger or a washcloth during your regular shower is usually enough. The key is to just be mindful and make it a part of your daily routine. It takes less than a minute, but this small habit can make a huge difference in your overall hygiene. It prevents bad smells before they start and keeps your skin healthy. So, next time you're in the shower, don't neglect that little button in the middle of your tummy. It deserves some love too. It's one of those little details that contributes to feeling fresh, clean, and confident all day long. Now be honest. When you're in the shower, do you just let the soapy water run down and call it a day? A lot of people do, but our feet deserve so much more attention than that. Think about it. They bear the weight of our entire body all day long. They're often crammed into shoes, sometimes for hours on end, creating the perfect warm, dark, and damp environment. What does that sound like a recipe for? Sweat, odor, and some unwelcome fungal guests like athlete's foot. Nobody wants that. This is why giving your feet a proper, dedicated wash every single day is so crucial. It's not just about a quick rinse. It's about taking a moment to really care for them. Grab your soap, a good antibacterial one is great for this, and lather up. Make sure you get the tops, the soles, the heels, and this is the part most people forget. Get right in between each and every toe. That's a prime spot for moisture and bacteria to hide. Scrubbing your feet doesn't just get them clean. It also helps to exfoliate dead skin cells, which can prevent issues like cracked heels. Plus, the act of washing and massaging your feet can be incredibly relaxing, and it stimulates blood flow. Good circulation in your feet is essential, especially as we get older, as it helps with healing and overall foot health. After you've given them a good wash, the next step is just as important, drying. And I mean drying them completely. Don't just give them a quick once-over with the towel. Take the time to dry thoroughly, paying special attention once again to the areas between your toes. Leaving moisture there is like rolling out the welcome mat for fungus. Fungal infections can be persistent, uncomfortable, and frankly, a real pain to get rid of. A few extra seconds of drying can save you weeks of hassle. Making daily foot washing a non-negotiable part of your hygiene routine does more than just prevent bad odors and infections. It contributes to your overall comfort. When your feet are clean and healthy, you just feel better. You can walk, stand, and go about your day without the distraction of itchy, uncomfortable, or smelly feet. It's a simple act of self-care that has a surprisingly big impact on your quality of life. Think of it as a daily thank you to the two things that support you from the ground up. Whether you've been running a marathon, standing at work all day, or just walking around the house, your feet have been working hard for you. A daily wash is the least we can do to keep them in top condition, ensuring they can continue to carry us comfortably and healthily for many more years to come. It's a small habit that pays huge dividends in long-term health and well-being. So, next time you're in the shower, don't neglect your feet. Give them the care they truly deserve. First up on our list are your feet. Think about it. Your feet carry you everywhere, often trapped inside shoes where it's warm and damp. The perfect breeding ground for bacteria and fungi. Washing your feet daily with soap and water is crucial, and don't just let the soapy water run down your legs. You need to actively scrub them, especially between your toes where moisture can get trapped. This simple act helps prevent things like athlete's foot, nail fungus, and unpleasant odors. After washing, make sure you dry them thoroughly, again, paying special attention to the areas between your toes. A little daily care for your feet goes a long way in keeping you mobile and comfortable for years to come. Think of it as a small thank you to the body parts that literally support you all day long. Next, let's talk about the area behind your ears. This is one of those classic, out of sight, out of mind spots that many people forget to wash. The skin behind your ears has a high concentration of sebaceous glands which produce oil. When this oil mixes with sweat, dead skin cells, and hair products, it can create a buildup. Over time, this can lead to a funky smell, irritation, or even skin issues like seborrheic dermatitis. It's super simple to clean. Just take a moment while you're washing your face or showering to lather up some soap on your fingers and give that area a good, gentle scrub. Then rinse it clean. It takes 2 seconds, but it makes a world of difference in your personal hygiene. It is a tiny detail that adds up to feeling truly clean and fresh from head to toe. All right, number 3 on our list is your belly button. Yes, your navel. Whether you have an innie or an outie, this little spot can be a major haven for bacteria. In fact, one study found that the average belly button contains dozens of different types of bacteria, many of which were previously unknown to science. For innies in particular, the deep fold can trap sweat, lint from your clothes, and dead skin cells, creating a perfect environment for bacterial growth which can lead to odors or infections. To clean it, simply use a washcloth or a cotton swab with a bit of soap and warm water during your daily shower. Gently clean the inside, then rinse it well and make sure it's dry. It's another quick step that's often overlooked but is essential for complete body hygiene. This one might seem obvious, but it's all about how you wash. These areas are prone to sweat and friction, which can lead to chafing, irritation, and bacterial or fungal infections like jock itch. It's not enough to just let soapy water cascade over the area. You need to use a gentle pH-balanced soap and wash thoroughly every single day. This is especially important after exercising or on hot days when you've been sweating more than usual. Proper cleaning helps remove the bacteria that cause body odor and prevents the buildup that can lead to uncomfortable skin problems. Maintaining cleanliness here is fundamental for both your health and your personal comfort throughout the day. It's a non-negotiable for feeling fresh and confident. And finally, number 5 on our list of must-wash daily body parts: your ears. Now hold on. I'm not telling you to stick anything inside your ear canal. That's a huge no-no. Earwax is actually a good thing. It's your body's natural way of protecting and cleaning the inner ear. What we're talking about is the outer part of your ear, the pinna, and the folds around it, including the area we already mentioned behind your earlobe. This outer part can accumulate oil, sweat, and residue from hair products, attracting dirt and bacteria. A simple and safe way to clean it is to take a damp cloth or a corner of your towel after a shower and gently wipe all the nooks and crannies of your outer ear. This keeps the area clean without any risk of pushing wax deeper or damaging your eardrum. Avoid cotton swabs for the canal. A gentle wipe of the outside is all you need for daily maintenance. This simple habit prevents buildup and keeps the visible part of your ears clean and healthy. So, to recap, our 5 daily must-wash spots are your feet, behind your ears, your belly button, your groin and buttocks, and the outer part of your ears. Incorporating these simple targeted cleaning habits into your daily routine can have a profound impact on your health, comfort, and even your longevity by preventing infections and skin issues. It's not about spending more time in the shower, it's about being more mindful and effective with the time you have. These small actions are powerful investments in your long-term well-being. Start today and feel the difference of a truly thorough clean. You deserve to feel your best, and it all starts with these foundational hygiene practices. First up on our list are your armpits. This one might seem obvious, right? It's where we sweat, it's where odor comes from, so we wash it. But there's more to it than just getting rid of that post-workout smell. Your armpits are home to a high concentration of sweat glands, specifically apocrine glands, which produce a thicker, protein-rich sweat. This isn't the watery sweat you get on your forehead. This thicker sweat is a 5-star buffet for bacteria. When bacteria feast on these proteins and fats, they produce the compounds that cause body odor. But it's not just about the smell. An overgrowth of bacteria can lead to skin irritation, rashes, and even infections like folliculitis, where the hair follicles become inflamed and painful. In more serious cases, unchecked bacterial growth can lead to fungal infections. By washing your armpits thoroughly with soap and water every day, you're not just staying fresh, you're actively removing the bacteria and their food source. This simple act reduces your risk of skin problems and keeps the delicate skin in that area healthy. A gentle but effective soap is key here. You don't want to strip the skin, just clean it. So, give those pits a proper scrub. It's a foundational step for good health. Moving on to our second crucial area, the groin. Let's be real, this is a topic people often shy away from, but it is incredibly important. Much like your armpits, the groin area is warm, often moist, and has folds of skin, creating the perfect breeding ground for bacteria and fungi. This region also has apocrine sweat glands, contributing to that same bacteria-friendly environment. Poor hygiene here can lead to a whole host of uncomfortable and potentially serious issues. We're talking about jock itch, which is a fungal infection that causes an itchy red rash. It's not just for athletes. Anyone can get it if the area isn't kept clean and dry. Beyond that, an imbalance of bacteria can lead to urinary tract infections, or UTIs, especially for women, as bacteria can easily travel. For uncircumcised men, daily washing is essential to prevent the buildup of smegma, which can cause irritation and infection. Washing this area daily with a mild, unscented soap is non-negotiable. Harsh or perfumed soaps can disrupt the natural pH balance and cause irritation, making things worse. So, be gentle but thorough. Keeping your groin clean isn't just about personal freshness. It's a critical preventative measure against painful infections that can sometimes lead to more severe health complications. Don't neglect it. All right, let's talk about body part number 3, and it's one that a surprising number of people forget: your belly button. You might not think of it as a place that gets dirty, but your navel is a perfect little trap for dirt, sweat, dead skin cells, and lint from your clothes. Because it's an enclosed, warm space, it becomes an ideal incubator for germs. In fact, one study found that the average belly button contains dozens of different types of bacteria, some of which were previously unknown to science. If you have an innie, that deep crevice is particularly prone to collecting gunk. This buildup can start to smell pretty unpleasant, but worse than that, it can lead to infections. A neglected belly button can develop what's called an omphalith, or a navel stone, which is a hard mass of sebum and dead skin cells. This can cause inflammation, pain, and even discharge. Fungal infections, like yeast infections, are also common. So how do you clean it? It's simple. When you're in the shower, just take a washcloth with a bit of soap and gently clean inside your navel. If you have a particularly deep belly button, You might find a cotton swab dipped in soapy water or rubbing alcohol works well. Just be gentle. Cleaning your belly button daily takes only a few seconds, but it prevents odor, painful infections, and keeps this forgotten nook of your body healthy. Coming in at number 4 are your feet. Our feet do so much for us. They carry our entire body weight all day long, yet they are often the most neglected part of our hygiene routine. Think about it. Your feet are trapped inside socks and shoes for hours, creating a warm, dark, and humid environment. Does that sound familiar? It's another paradise for bacteria and fungi. The most common issue from poor foot hygiene is, of course, foot odor. This is caused by bacteria breaking down sweat, but the consequences can be much more serious than just a bad smell. Athlete's foot, a contagious fungal infection, thrives in these conditions, causing itching, cracking, and peeling skin between the toes. If left untreated, the fungus can spread to your toenails, leading to thick, discolored, and brittle nails that are very difficult to treat. Furthermore, bacteria can enter through small cuts or cracks in the skin, potentially causing cellulitis, a serious skin infection. For people with diabetes, foot hygiene is even more critical, as minor infections can quickly escalate into major problems. So, every single day, you need to wash your feet thoroughly with soap and water, paying special attention to the spaces between your toes. And just as important, you need to dry them completely afterward. Moisture is the enemy here. A little daily attention to your feet will keep them comfortable, odor-free, and safe from nasty infections. Finally, we've arrived at our 5th and final body part, behind your ears. This is another spot that's so easy to overlook. You wash your face, you wash your hair, but do you specifically clean the area behind your earlobes and in the creases where your ears meet your head? This little patch of skin can accumulate a surprising amount of buildup. It's a collection point for sebum, the natural oil your skin produces, as well as sweat, dead skin cells, and residue from hair products like shampoo, conditioner, and hairspray. When this mixture sits there, it can start to break down and create a distinct, unpleasant, almost cheese-like smell. More importantly, this buildup can clog pores and lead to pimples, or even cysts. The skin here is also prone to a condition called seborrheic dermatitis, which is essentially a very stubborn, flaky, and red form of dandruff that can develop in oily areas. By simply taking an extra second in the shower to lather up some soap on your fingers and give the area behind each ear a good scrub, you can prevent all of this. It is a tiny habit that makes a big difference in both your personal hygiene and your skin's health. You'll avoid that strange smell, prevent breakouts, and keep the skin in that hidden spot clean and clear. Don't let this simple step slip your mind. So let's quickly recap. We've talked about the 5 critical zones: your armpits, to prevent odor and bacterial infections; your groin, to ward off UTIs and fungal issues; your belly button, that forgotten germ trap; your feet, to combat athlete's foot and odor; and behind your ears, to stop the buildup of oil and dead skin. It's clear that a quick, mindless shower might not be enough. True hygiene is about being mindful and targeted, paying attention to the areas that need it most. These aren't just suggestions to smell better. These are actionable steps to actively reduce your body's bacterial and fungal load. Think of it like this. Your skin is your body's first line of defense against the outside world. When this barrier is compromised by infections or inflammation, your immune system has to work overtime to fight them off. By maintaining good hygiene in these key areas, you're lessening the burden on your immune system, allowing it to focus on more significant threats. A stronger, less taxed immune system is fundamental to a long and healthy life. It means you're better equipped to fight off colds, viruses, and more serious illnesses. It's a chain reaction. Good hygiene leads to healthier skin, which leads to a less burdened immune system, which ultimately contributes to better overall health and longevity. It's amazing how these small daily actions can have such a profound long-term impact on your well-being. In conclusion, washing these 5 body parts daily, your armpits, groin, belly button, feet, and behind your ears, can do more than just prevent odor. It can support a stronger immune system, improve comfort, and even contribute to a longer, healthier life. Hygiene is one of the easiest and most accessible ways to protect your body and extend your years. so make it a daily habit that your future self will thank you for. It's not about being obsessive, it's about being smart and proactive with your health. The power to prevent a surprising number of common ailments is literally in your hands, with a simple bar of soap and a few extra minutes of your time each day. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this information helpful and maybe a little eye-opening. If you learned something new today, please give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments which of these spots you've been accidentally neglecting. I'd love to hear from you. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more tips for living a healthier, happier life. Stay clean, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.